so in love with you.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers now. The data is in, and today we're going to go over Black Knight's new updated report on foreclosures, serious delinquencies, and things of that nature. And what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to paint the picture of where we're at right now compared to where we were at in 2008 from an affordability standpoint, a savings standpoint, and a debt standpoint. Because I think it's really important to understand that what's going on right now could potentially be worse than what happened back in 2008. And I understand the efficiency of loan modification. And the other thing, guys, is I believe after this report, after we go over this report from here on out, all of these numbers will continue to get worse as we go into 2023. Either way, what I'll do today is make you guys aware of what's going on right now with delinquencies and foreclosures and things of that nature. So I'm excited to get started on this video. And before I get started, guys, please understand that I am not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as someone that gets roasted by trolls online all the time, and it actually helps my channel grow. So to all the haters, my bio is as someone that is thankful to you. So thank you, guys. And do me a favor, guys, for all of the hate that I have to deal with, like this video. I'm serious, guys. Please like this video for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Shoot me a comment below. You guys' comments keep me going from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, guys. It means so much to me what you guys have been saying. I definitely appreciate that. But regardless, guys, let's get started on the article now. So the name of this report is Black Knight's First Look at December 2022 Mortgage Data. And you guys, Black Knight lags. I haven't even got November's report yet that goes into unaffordability and things of that nature. So I'm waiting on that report. I may just get a subscription with Black Knight so I can get the information even faster, but it is what it is. Mortgage delinquencies closed 2022 down 9% for the year, while prepayments hit third consecutive record low. So here's a few of the bullet points. Really sorry where my picture's at. There's really no place for me to put my picture right now, but it is what it is. The national delinquency rate inched up 7 basis points in the month to 3.08%. So again, the delinquency rate right now is up to 3.8% of total households with a mortgage, but finished the year 30 basis points or 9% below its December 2021 level. Prepayment activity fell 0.39%, not really important. Serious delinquencies, now here's the biggest group at risk. Serious delinquencies, 90 days or more past due on the mortgage. So serious delinquencies continue to improve nationally despite, here's the crazy thing, despite an 8.7 thousand rise in Florida in the wake of Hurricane Ian, with 44 other states seeing serious past due volumes decline in the month. So towards the end of this video, we're going to dig into Florida a little bit more because I believe Florida may actually lead a potential foreclosure wave. So we'll go over that towards the end. Borrowers 30 days late increased by a whopping 40,000 households, up 4.8%, while 60-day delinquencies stayed flat. Foreclosure starts increased by 15% in the month to 26,900 homes, the third consecutive increase, but still 30% below pre-pandemic levels. Foreclosures was started on 4.9% of serious delinquencies in December. So about 5% of those homes that were in serious delinquency, the biggest group at danger, 5% of those people are now going through foreclosure, but still 46% below the start seen in December 2019 prior to the pandemic. Active foreclosure inventory rose by 2.3% in the month, though volumes remained subdued throughout 2022 after the record lows of 2021 due to the widespread moratoriums and forbearance protections. So all in all, these numbers really aren't skyrocketing upwards. And I believe the primary reason that is, other than the foreclosure ban and other than the massive amounts of equity and people can just sell, but the efficiency of loan modification. Loan modification, y'all, and I didn't realize this until maybe a couple of years ago, is outrageously effective. And that's a really, really good thing at keeping people in their homes. My concern is going into 2023, what if the delinquencies explode? How much longer will loan modifications be able to beat down a foreclosure wave? And I hope it continues to, because we don't want we don't want families getting kicked out on the street. We can have plenty of inventory from new builders and normal sellers, or really anyone in distress. I prefer not to have inventory from families getting kicked out of their house. But I'm telling you guys right now, in 2023, these things will surge, and it will be important to stay on top of how effective loan modifications really are. But now let's dig into the chart from Black Knight just to see all of the data sets and where we're at. All right, y'all, so here's the chart. All of the bad things are in yellow, the good things are in green. So predominantly these key data sets all turned for the worst except for two. Let's go over line by line. Total US delinquencies is up 2.3% month over month for a total of 3.08%. I'm going to show you guys that this is the highest it's been since around February of 2022. So highest it's been since February of 2022. Next, we go to total US foreclosures and pre-sale inventory that inched up month over month by 0.71% for a total increase of 0.37. So pretty balanced right there. Now, next kind of skyrocketed up month over month, which is the total US foreclosure starts. Now, that's important to watch because these people were basically pulled from all of the houses in serious delinquencies. So the fact that this is up almost 27,000 could potentially be a sign of things to come. Now, that's up, you guys, a lot month over month by 15%. Year over year, a whopping 556% year over year change. I really don't look at that too much because, again, year over year is not really a good indicator because we had a foreclosure ban, right? Now, let's go to the next thing. I didn't really go into monthly prepayment. Foreclosure sales is at 0.52%, or rather down, and this is good, 5.78%. So that's down month over month. That's really, really good. That's probably a result of the efficiency of loan modification. Let's go to the next tier. Number of properties that are 30 days or more past due, but not in foreclosure, increased month over month. An additional 41,000 households that are behind on their mortgage for a total of 1.65 million. Now let's go down. Number of properties that are 90 days or more past due, so serious delinquencies, but are not yet in foreclosure, and this is bad, 545,000. But here's the thing, you guys, it's down month over month, but that's probably a result of the homes that went into foreclosure, right? So they probably pulled from serious delinquencies, put those into foreclosure starts. So this negative 5,000 may not be really less people in serious delinquencies because now they're in the process of foreclosure. Going on to the next line, number of properties in foreclosure, pre-sale inventory went up month over month, 2,000, year over year, 70,000 for a total of almost 200,000 households that are in foreclosure pre-sale inventory. Now, the bottom line is pretty shocking. The bottom line is a total of number of properties that are 30 days or more past due or in foreclosure. So total number of distressed properties is now 1.85 million total households, or a month over month change of 42,000 additional households in distress. Now pay attention to this 1.85 million right here because I'm going to show you the last time it was that high. So as we can see from this chart, the last time total non-current payments were this high was February of 2022. So right out of the pandemic, which was at 1.94 million. So I'm curious, when are we going to go back into 2021 levels? And we hit about 3.3 million, but remember, foreclosure ban. So that 3.3 million basically got to kick the can down the curb, and hopefully those families were able to catch up, but we haven't had this level of delinquency since February of 2022. I'm going to go on record and say that I believe from here on out that the predominant amount of data points that we reviewed are only going to get worse. And the reason why I think that, and I understand that loan modification, in my opinion, is more effective, much more effective actually than it was in 2008, 2009 era when I had a foreclosure. So loan mods are working, but I want to go over right now what is actually worse than 2008, which is the amount of money that people have saved, the amount of credit card debt people are in, the affordability factor. And also one thing that I want to point out is right now we're experiencing negative equity growth across the nation. So there are many things right now that are worse, and there are potentially some things that can get worse. But let me start by showing you savings, credit card debt, unaffordability, and negative equity growth. Let's start with personal savings rate. So here's the Fred personal savings rate. And what I want to show is actually it did go up. They actually changed this. You guys probably know that. It was 2.3. They upped that to 2.9. You guys, the amount of changing in Fred economic data's charts is shocking to me. And that includes also job numbers and new construction and things like that. They keep changing these forms, but nevertheless, right now, it did update like today in time for this video. Isn't that cool? So it did update to 3.4%. That did go up a little bit. But what I want to point out is over here, all the way to the left of this chart, was when we were going through the last recession and foreclosure crisis. So I want to show you guys where we were at from a personal savings rate during the last foreclosure crisis. And you guys can see the savings rate was about 5.6, 5.9, 6.6, 7.9, 6.2, 4.5, but about 5 to 6%. You guys can see that right here. So it's fair to say that right now we have about half, not quite half, but we have about half the savings that we had at the beginning of the last foreclosure boom. So think about that for a second. We have much less money as American households than we did the last time around. But now, let me show you guys credit card debt. So here's Fred economic data, consumer loans, credit cards are revolving plans. So this is not taking a look at car loans. This is just horrible credit card debt. And the first thing I want to point out is right now, American households are in $941 billion. $941 billion, you guys, in credit card debt. That is so bad. That is just so bad. But what's even crazier is look at where the credit card debt was during our last foreclosure crisis. The credit card debt, January 2009, was only $385 billion. So we are more than double right now. We are more than double, almost triple the amount of credit card debt versus where we were at the beginning of 2009. So think about that. We have almost half the savings and triple the credit card debt. Let me show you something else. This is the payment to income ratio that Black Knight puts out. And again, I have to rely on old information because they did not send a report out for November. So this is October's information. And what I want to show you is where this crosses right here is where we were at during the last foreclosure wave. Okay, so the payment to income ratio was well under 30% during the last foreclosure wave. Fast forward to today, look at how much higher unaffordability is right now compared to the last foreclosure wave. So before it was under 30%, right now we're at 37.4% from an unaffordability standpoint. To me, you guys, that is so shocking because the last time around the loans were so bad that people can just state their income. So I have no idea how things are more unaffordable right now versus in the past, because in the past people just made up their income, right? So how the heck are things more unaffordable right now when we have better loan guidelines and loan restrictions, right? Think about this for a second here. This is absolutely crazy. And also what I want to show you guys is the housing market is absolutely going to crash. The question is how much is it going to crash? There's no question as to the trends. Let me show you real quick what I mean. So just in case anyone's buying into house prices aren't going down, here's the change in median home price from peak 2022. And again, this is a little bit old, you guys. This is actually worse now, but you can see there are several metro areas across the US that are experiencing negative price decline. And here's the thing, you guys, this right here is only going to get worse. Let me show you why. The reason why things are about to get worse is all of the narratives that are saying that we're going to be okay are about to get completely annihilated. And the reason is we are about to experience insane year-over-year price decline. Now look at this chart here, guys. Now I want to explain this to you. This is Redfin's median sales price. The black line is last year, 2022. The blue line is this year right here. Just the blue line is this year. If we don't have a matching fear of missing out, and we don't have after February a massive surge in buyers, I'm talking even more than 2022. The surge of buyers has to be stronger than 2022 in order for us not to have negative equity growth. Because look at here, guys, what we're saying is all of the non-crashers, this is what they're saying. So despite all of the things that I listed, unaffordability, no savings, credit card debt, more delinquency rate, all of those things, you guys, despite all of those things, all of these people that are saying we're fine are saying also that this blue line is going to have that trajectory of where I highlighted in yellow. This would have to match the trajectory of this blue line, okay? Because this blue line needs to stay over the black line. So again, if this blue line does not stay over this black line right here, mainstream media, all of these investors, all of these realtors, all of these people spewing over optimism when we're in a housing market that requires caution, their narrative is gone. And when that narrative is gone, people can no longer hold on to false hope. Just saying, you guys, but now I want to talk about Florida because there's been so many people and subscribers that have been texting me, emailing me, commenting that they haven't seen the price crashes in Florida. So my heart goes out to you, but I'm also telling you guys, be patient because we know we have to, right? There should be no surprise. Why isn't the crash happening in my market? People right now, they're confused because some markets are experiencing insane crashing tendencies like Austin and Boise and Phoenix and Las Vegas and almost everywhere in California. Total other disaster. And that's going to get worse. But again, Florida has not really experienced that yet. But what I'm saying is the unaffordability is so bad in Florida that Florida actually might lead the next foreclosure wave. Take a look. And here's why, y'all. Not just unaffordability, but Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian really negatively impacted an overwhelming amount of people. And this right here, guys, is the bottom 5 states with 6 months change in non-current payments. So the change in people falling behind. Now you can see that Florida by far is leading every other state with a change of 22.44%. That is huge, you guys. That is huge. And that's a total of 4% delinquency. So we'll need to keep our eyes on Florida just to monitor, will Florida be the first state with overwhelming foreclosure? But look at the second state. This is crazy. Arizona. How crazy is it that Arizona's on this list as well? The only thing that I can think of is unaffordability. But Arizona is up as far as the 6 months change for a total of 2.86% of total households now delinquent. So in conclusion, I believe, all right, and we're going to watch the data, that each report we get from here on out is going to be worse and worse and worse. Now, if you're a homeowner, especially if you're a recent homeowner, don't freak out. What you probably should do right now is start buckling down, saving money, watching how you spend, right? Just doing everything you can to get through a recession and a downturn as comfortably as possible. If you're a buyer, you should not be out in the housing market right now unless you have become an expert in your local housing market and you're out there lowballing like crazy. And even then, the housing market is still a falling knife. And my point is, guys, is moving forward into 2023 is I'm starting to find some deals here and there, but it is still, in my opinion, way too soon to recklessly go into the housing market and start purchasing homes. Now, other than that, guys, I hope this kind of opens your eyes on what could potentially happen in 2023 and what is actually happening right now. So I hope you guys got some value, insights, and perspective. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.